Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me, see me, etc. I'm gonna go onto my phone to make sure that you can hear me, see me, etc. because that is kind of important. Let's see here. Yes, but can I hear myself? I don't know. I really don't know. So if you're on, say hi. Hopefully you can see me, hear me, whatever. We're gonna ditch the headphones because headphones. This makes me feel better. I feel like I can't hear myself when I do that. So I'm gonna give you guys the second tap on. We're gonna move this because it's like in my way. We're gonna give everybody 1 minute tap on. If you're catching the replay, leave a 2. If you're watching this on YouTube later, definitely comment on this. If you're watching it because it was emailed to you, be sure to reply to the email and tell me what you learned or what questions you have about it. So, let's get started. Okay, this is a really simple masterclass. I taught it last week, but not a lot of people could make it live, and so that is why we are doing it today. I know that's really last minute, but we're doing it today because that's how I roll. So, who the heck am I, and why should you be listening to me? Let's start there. So, my name is Ashley Love. I am a digital marketing strategist. I have three. I know, look, I have the smallest hands. I have 3 international marketing awards under my belt. I have a master's in public relations. I have a few certifications. I have run my own department and things. Oh, sorry. Look, it's Stephanie. Stephanie is my VA. She is so cute. We're going to answer her really fast. She's really cute, guys. If you don't know Stephanie Harper yet, you should. She's really wonderful. She's been my VA now for about a month, and I love her forever. So anyway, I have a few certifications. I have some awards. I've been running my own show for other people. I ran their show for them for 3 years now. 3? 3 years now. I've managed budgets that were $8 before per month for ads. I've managed budgets that were over $500,000 for ads. So I've pretty much done everything possible. I'm an avid learner. I am a Christian. I have 2 cats, and one of them is behind me somewhere. I don't know. There she is. I know she blends right into my bed. So that's the other thing. Please don't mind the appearance. I literally just moved, and I'm back home temporarily. I'm moving to Georgia in a few weeks, and so I haven't unpacked. I am like staying in my old room. It's a little bit chaotic. I actually this morning was moving boxes because you could see them all over that direction. Before today's masterclass. So let's talk about the 5 things you need to be seen as an influencer. And before we talk about that, I want to talk about what the heck is an influencer. And so you already know. So if you're an entrepreneur, you probably know Gary Vaynerchuk, Tony Robbins. If Tony Robbins or Gary Vaynerchuk say to you, they post something and they say video marketing is the way to go. Are you going to do video marketing? You probably are. If a fashion icon says this is in and this is not, and you're into fashion, are you going to be wearing the thing that is not in fashion? Probably not. And you've seen them on Instagram, right? You've seen the like it to wear it or know it or whatever it is description in people's Instagram posts. And so that is how they make their money. That is how people make their money, is they are considered influencers. They share clothing, products, books, services, etc. with their audience, and then their audience then buys those things, they get a cut of the commission. Or, okay, and so this is a big or, they get paid to write a sponsored post about it. So, sponsored post, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, like sponsored post and wrong bottle of water. Way too many bottles of water. Okay, so basically an influencer is anybody who has any kind of sway or pull over their audience. And we should all kind of strive to be influencers in our industry, I think, because the idea, I work with people who want to make an impact, who want to make a change in the world. They want to help people do something. And so if you're not an influencer, then what the heck are you doing is kind of my motto. So let's talk about the 5 things. And I don't have any like fancy presentation for you. We don't have to do that. We're just going to share the truth. So the first thing you need, and this is honestly, it's going to sound really stupid when I say it, but you'll be surprised how many people don't have it. You need to have a platform. Sorry. If you watch my last live, you'll know, like, I don't know what it is. Every time I get in front of camera, I just, like, yawn, and I can't help it. Maybe I'm never meant to be a news anchor. I don't really know. So anyway, have a platform. And this could be a blog, your email, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. Like, you need to have a platform. And here's the thing, is that you can't really thrive on every single platform. Like, it's honestly just not possible to thrive on every single platform. You just can't do it. You have to be able to be an influencer in one space before you can be an influencer in 27 other spaces. And I see people making this mistake all the time. People think that they need to have, like, they need to be on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, all these things. And here's the thing, is that unless you've hired a full team, okay, unless you have the power of a full team behind you, which you could, it is impossible to be on every platform everywhere. Even I have an Instagram VA, and that's literally all she handles for me is my Instagram. So I can handle my clients' Instagrams because I don't have time to work with clients and build my business. I just don't have the time. So I hired that out. Stephanie, that just texted me, she handles my blog and my podcast because, again, I don't have time to be everywhere and work with clients. And I'm not everywhere. I'm in a few places that are really vital. And I've had people say that to me. I'm not very active in the Facebook communities. That's just not my thing. And I do a lot of my marketing and things through referrals and things like that. So that's why, like, other platforms of mine are bigger. Like, my Pinterest is bigger. My Twitter is kind of cool. And things like that because I'm putting my efforts other places and I'm outsourcing the things that I don't have time for. But you just have to have a strong following on a platform. And by strong following, I don't mean you need to have 27,000 followers. I mean, you just need to be consistent and your content needs to be engaging on that platform. That's it, okay? So have a platform. Pick a platform and be known on that platform. So that is the first thing you need. Okay, so I hope you got that down. I hope you wrote that down. And the second thing you need, and this is going to sound really stupid again, and I'm willing to bet you can't guess what the second thing is, but is know your ideal audience. Okay, know who your ideal audience is. Because you cannot be everywhere to everyone, okay? If you are marketing to everyone, you are marketing to no one. And so your content, your platform that you're on needs to be talking to a specific group of people. For me, I talk to entrepreneurs. I talk to mostly Christian entrepreneurs and military spouses. That is pretty much my audience, okay? And that is really helpful for me when I'm talking to brands. For instance, I just talked to an airline company and I was telling them, I'm like on Pinterest, I'm reaching over 100,000 people. And my audience are entrepreneurs who travel and military families who travel. Guess what? They are going to care about your airline. That was a great brand situation for me, and I can't tell you all the specifics about it yet, but that is something that is coming for when I go to Cali. So that's one. Okay, know your audience. Like who. So I was thinking about this, right? So say you're a food blogger, right, and you blog about all kinds of food, and say you have a couple of like vegetarian options on there, or like dairy-free options. You might have some dairy-free people coming to your website and reading your blogs, but not probably a whole bunch, right? You might have 100,000 people viewing your blog per month, but only like 2,000 of them might be dairy-free, okay? So if you go to pitch a dairy-free brand, they're kind of going to be like, I mean, yeah, that's cool, but like, that's not really your audience, and that audience doesn't really fit my brand. But if you were a dairy-free food blogger and say you have 15,000 people visiting your site a lot, right? That sounds a lot smaller than the 100,000, but those 15,000 people are all people interested in dairy-free, and that would be a good partnership with someone who had a dairy-free food product if that's what you did. So just think about who your audience is and what sort of things you're writing about, and who you're engaging with and what your audience would like to see. Kelly just had a baby like 2 months ago, maybe. Is he like 6 weeks old now? I think he might be. I think Connor's 6 weeks old. So Kelly primarily works with baby brands. She gets tons of free products in exchange for social media posts. Kelly doesn't have a blog, okay? She does it in exchange for social media posts. And so goes back to her platform. She has 7,000 followers on her Instagram, and she has a higher engagement rate. And so brands are willing to pay her and or send her things to just social media post about them. And I can tell you right now, it probably doesn't take Kelly very long to social media post about these brands. So that is number 2, is just know your ideal audience. Number 3 is knowing your metrics, and that is what I was just talking about with Kelly and with the page views. So your metrics are so important. And so here's the thing, is that it does not matter if you have, Kelly has less than 10,000 followers, right? We're going to go back to Kelly. But her engagement rate is over the 3% that it needs to be to work with brands. And so brands typically look for a 3% engagement rate on your social channels. And so you can check that out. Like Tailwind will tell you your engagement rate. So like my Pinterest engagement rate right now is like a 45%, which is great. So brands typically don't want to work with you unless your engagement rate is over 3%. So like they kind of don't really care about page views. If you have 1,000 followers and 6% of them are engaging, that's awesome. That's what I have. And on my Instagram, I have like a little over 1,000 followers and like 6 to 7% engagement rate, which is great. I would rather have a higher engagement rate than I would rather have a large following of unengaged followers. So just know your metrics, know your email open rate, know what you're reaching on Pinterest, know what you're reaching on Twitter. Like any social platform, just know what your reach is, know what your engagement rate is, know what kind of conversion rate maybe that you're getting. So just think about those things, okay? Just think about that and know them, okay? I have like an Excel sheet. I love Excel sheets. If you know anything, Excel sheets I love Excel sheets. So I have Excel sheets with my engagement rates, tracking them all the time, tracking campaigns I do. I use this thing called People Map to track my engagement rate and my campaigns that I'm doing with brands. So definitely check that out. And here's the other thing too, is like when you, we'll get to that in a minute. Okay. So that was 3, know your audience. So let's move on to 4. So this is consistency without posting the same content on your social channels. So let's go back to 1 where I said have a platform, right? And so chances are probably not on 1 platform. Chances are probably on like 2 or 3 consistently. And I think that's a good number. I think being in 2 to 3 places is a good place to be. But be the places that your ideal audience wants. So know your ideal audience, master your platforms, right? So we went from 2 to 1, 3, know those metrics, and then 4, be consistent on those 2 to 3 platforms. But do not post the same content. That is my biggest pet peeve. What you will find in my email list, my Facebook, my Instagram, my Pinterest, and my Twitter are totally different pieces of content. Totally different pieces of content. I'm sharing different things on all of them. You look at my Instagram, there are pictures on there that you've never seen probably. So post consistently. I post on Instagram every day. I try to post on Facebook every day. I'm on Pinterest every day. I'm consistent without posting the same exact content. And that, I think, is an issue a lot of people fall into, is they want to post the same thing everywhere. Because it's easy. It's easy. Instagram makes it easy. Do you want to share this to Facebook? Yes. Boom, click, done. Do you want to share it to Twitter? Yes. Boom, click, done. Like, it's easy. It's very easy to do that. But it's kind of lazy. Okay? And what would be the point of following you on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and being on your email list if you're going to share the same content on all 5 platforms on the same day? What's the point? What is the point? In that case, I'll just follow you on 1 platform and make it easy. I'll just follow you on the 1. And now you've lost your engagement rate, right? And when you're doing that too, your engagement rate is going way down because people, once they see it the first time, they don't need to see it 1,257 other times. They're good. They've already seen it. So do not post the same content on every single platform. Okay? Inappropriate. Don't do it. So number 5, the 5th thing you need to be seen as an influencer is keep it social on social media. I know that sounds really stupid. Again, these are really simple tips, but you would be so shocked how many people do not know to be social on social media. People do not understand that you should, I don't know, post a picture of your cat, post a picture of your dog, post a picture of you going out, actually engage with people. I know that sounds really wild. Post pictures and engage with people. Like, actually talk to people. So, you've seen Facebook, right, has decreased, like, page reach and things like that. And the reason for it is because of spammy behavior. That's why. It's because of spammy behavior of people dropping links and running. People using it as a marketplace, but not doing the social part of the social media. Okay? It's called social media. Be social. Okay? Engage with people on a regular basis and do not pitch them. Do not pitch them yet. Okay? Just build a relationship. Here's an example. So I love the company, like Yes to Carrots, Yes to Cucumber, Yes to Tomatoes, whatever. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that every Saturday and Sunday, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I make it a self-care weekend every single time to take care of my skin because I'm a firm believer in taking care of my skin. It's the only skin I got, so I got to take care of it. So I face mask it all the time. I did a charcoal one. It was a sleep mask. I loved it. And tonight I have one, so I will be bright and like my skin will be bright and cheery in the morning for church. I have a lip filler and I have a mud mask. So I basically just spend so much of my time, and it's seriously inexpensive. I spend like maybe this weekend I like splurged a little. I spent $10 for the weekend. Usually I spend about $5 per weekend. $5 per weekend. And I always mention them in my social media, on my Instagram. I'm always mentioning them in my Instagram stories. If you actually watch, I can pull it up. If I go to my Instagram right now, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it. So see that little pink dot right there? Wherever that is. I'm like, ugh. This is like the hardest thing because it's like mirrored and I can't see it. That little pink dot right there on my Instagram is my self-care. And I post about self-care. Let me tell you how many times I post about Um, okay, once I posted about them, twice, 3 times. And then I posted about them 4 times in the last week. I posted about Yes to Carrots. And you know what happened? Yes to Carrots sent me a DM. Hey, thanks for always posting consistent content about our brand. You know, we really love it. They're engaging with me. They're commenting on my stuff. I'm commenting on theirs. And you know what happened? I said to them, I said, I would really love it if we could maybe talk about a collaboration. Okay, great. Send us your information and let's get started. Just like that, because I was social, I talked about a brand I like, and now I'm in the works to get a brand deal with Yes to Carrots. Same thing with an airline company. I kept it social. I commented on their stuff. I engaged with their content. I engaged on Twitter with them. Okay? It just engaged. Authentically engaged with their stuff. Then, when I slid right into their DMs to even ask them, I said, do you work with bloggers and influencers? They said, absolutely. We would love to talk to you about a collaboration. Hello, free flight. Okay? Saved myself a couple $100 on a trip I was already taking because I was social on social media. I know that's crazy. Be social on social media. So, anyway, so those are the 5 things that you need to be seen as an influencer, okay? And I'm going to run through them again really fast. 1, have a platform and be good at it. Show up on it. 2, know your ideal audience, okay? If you're marketing to everyone, you are marketing to no one. 3, know your metrics, okay? This is really crucial when you're talking to a brand because they want to know what they're going to get working with you, what kind of reach you're going to have that they don't currently have. So keep that in mind. 4, keep it consistent on social media without posting the same things. Oh my gosh, I'm about to sneeze. 5, keep it social, okay? Be a human on social media. I know that's really wild, but be an actual person on social media. So those are my 5 tips to help you be seen and heard as an influencer. If that is something that you want to do, okay, I'm going to drop this handy link right there. You can see it. There it is. I hate this mirror thing. Anyway, just get in contact. Book a free discovery call with me, okay? Book a free discovery call with me, okay? We will talk about something on this list that you can do right now to grow and thrive and be seen as an influencer. So they're 30-minute calls. Book them because they're great. And here's the thing is I don't have a ton of space for these calls right now. I truly do not have a ton of time. I don't have a ton of time. And so I'm probably going to keep it limited to like the first 10 people who book a discovery call because I've opened up my calendar for these. So book your discovery call. Okay. It's right there. You can see it. I can't. I don't know. I can't do this mirror thing. So anyway, that is that. I hope that you got something out of this. Again, if you're watching the replay, drop a comment below so I know that you're watching the replay. Ask me any questions that you might have. Again, this is going up on YouTube. And then, again, it's also only going to be available till tomorrow night. So 11-ish Eastern Standard Time, this will be available. And then after that, it'll be gone. And the only way to get it again is to be on my email list. So that is that. Thank you guys so much and have a really fabulous Saturday. And I will talk to you later. Bye.